So last night I had a dream of XXX Tentacion, right? You know, even Kanye West says that sometimes he still thinks about him here and there. I do too as well, He's not on my mind all the time, but every so often, he'll pop in my thoughts here and there, because we didn't get to see his full potential. That's one of the bad things about his death is we didn't see his peak, you know. Um, at least with people like Tupac, I think we did get to see his peak. So at least with that, yes, he did die young, but at least we got to saw the best of him. X, he didn't quite get to that point yet. So, um, that's one of the bad parts. But you know, I think 21 Savage talked about his death, or if not, he talked about a situation similar to his death or something like that. I don't know if he was talking about him specifically, but it was something similar. And this was years ago. I just saw it on like on X or something like that, or Instagram, YouTube Shorts or whatever. I don't know. But you see, I had a dream, and in the dream, X was talking to Denzel Curry, because X used to live with Denzel Curry. It was talking back and forth, and X was doing like a live stream. Then there's a part of the dream where X was doing a live stream, and he had some fans in the live stream. And there's a fan who was just he was venting to him and stuff like that. And then I had used the bathroom real quick, and I had came back, and then X was singing. He was like, I forgot, because I kind of forgot how he said it, but it was like along the lines of fall back, and basically what I interpret that as was he was trying to tell the dude just to calm down, because the dude was getting a little amped up about because he was talking about his girlfriend problems and shit. Yeah, and he's like, fall back. He was like singing and shit, and it sounded really good, But when he was singing that, it had sounded like the song was like, it had sounded like his vocal was like fully mixed, because it had like reverb on and everything. So, but yeah, man. And then in the dream, he actually died from like getting hit by a train. I don't know how. I'm like, that's not how he actually died, but he was riding his bike on a train track and a train hit him. But in my dream, I was thinking, I was like, because it's weird, because like as these things was happening, it was like in the past. It was in the past. So like I was observing the past, and in my mind I was like, bruh, none of these niggas knew he was gonna die that day. None of these niggas knew that his death date was June 18th, 2018. No one knew. But you see, XXX Tentacion. So 21 Savage said this, right? He said, man, jewelry's not worth dying over. It's not worth dying over, stuff like that. He said, 21 Savage himself said that if someone runs up on him and wants to take his chain and has a gun on him, he's going to give it to him. And that's the smart thing to do. You see, XXX Tentacion messed up. So before he died, he found out that Geneva was pregnant. He had found out about that. He found out that she was pregnant, which means he had a son on the way. I understand X was a rowdy motherfucker. He was trying to change. He was changing. Even when he was alive, I was kind of seeing some shit he was doing, and I saw him. Even back then, I knew he was changing, because I'm only 1 year younger than X, so 1 to 2 years younger. Well, he's changing, right? So, and I understand at the spur of the moment, like, you not really thinking, like, because it happened so fast, so it's not like you had a whole lot of time to process everything deeply. But he just should have just gave it up. He should have just gave it up. 50 racks, he can make that back. He's a fucking celebrity, lots of fans. You got a kid on the way. just give it up. It's not worth your son not having a father coming home at night. You know, it's not worth it. The same way that he didn't have a dad, his dad was locked up all his life for the most part. Now your son's gonna be the same way, no dad. You know, yeah, his son's gonna be the same way, no father. You know, so I do think that he made the wrong choice with like just not giving him the money, but I understand that he probably wasn't thinking about it. You know, he wasn't really thinking too clearly about it, but yeah, that's what it was, man. He just should have just gave it up. But I agree, you know, dying over money and jewelry, that's not something to really that's not something that's worth dying for. Money and jewelry, that's not well, I don't think they took jewelry from him, but just his Louis Vuitton bag, which had money in it, that's not worth dying over. I can see dying for your kids or maybe dying for people close to you, but money, man, I'm gonna just give it up, man. Especially if you know that you have more of it at home. It's not like you're like homeless and poor and you don't have no money. You know, he was rich, so you know, it would be different if like, you know, that was money that you needed for like cancer treatment or something that was very desperate. But if it's like if you know that you have more of it, then you know he just gave it up. But yeah, man, 21 Savage was right about that. You know, it's not worth dying over some money or possessions. So, you know, so yeah, man. Like I said, like if that was like if that was money to save someone's life that needed like medical treatment, you're like, no, man, this is money that I need to save this person or save myself from life-threatening situation. You know, I can understand why you would maybe try to fight for it, but if you know you rich as fuck, man, that's just a drop in the bucket for him, man. I would just gave it up and moved on, man. You know, but but that did happen fast in the moment. It did happen fast. You know, it wasn't like it wasn't like it's something that you could really like ponder your thoughts for a long time. It's spur of the moment. You know, they ran up on him. You know, they tussled back and forth, shot, and they drove off. It was very fast. But seeing that they didn't shoot the other dude, I'm pretty sure if he just would have gave it up, they would have. I don't think they would have shot him. But not saying they should have shot him in the first goddamn place over that. Not saying that was right. I'm not saying that was right either. You know, I'm not, you know, justifying their actions. But yeah, man, and X himself, I was watching his DJ Academics interview, and he himself says that he wants to be somebody that people can touch. He doesn't want to be a person that has all these body. He even said himself that he don't want to go nowhere with all these bodyguards and security and he's untouchable. You know, he used to play football with his fans, stuff like that. He was very interactive with his fans, you know. And I can understand that. Nobody wants to be like I get it, you know. Just because you famous don't mean that you want to don't mean that you don't want to do regular shit. You know, you want to go out, go to Walmart, just do regular shit. You don't want to always have to have all this big ass entourage with you all the time. And there are times where he'll go to places by himself, you know. So I get it, man. You know, I'm not gonna fault him for that because I can understand that. Like, if I was famous, I'm like, bro, I'm not, you know, even though, like, I just wouldn't want to go everywhere with a big ass entourage, a bodyguard, security, all that. It's just, man, I'm trying to go get me some shit from Walmart. I don't need, why I gotta have all this big entourage? But I get it. People is dangerous, man. You never know what could happen, but it is what it is, man. Even X himself said, man, he's like, yo, bro, if a person shoots me, that's gonna be the easy way out. He said, you know, so he wasn't really fearing death like that, really. He didn't really fear nothing. He's like, man, that's the easy way out. Which, to be fair, it really was. A couple shots, boop, boop, and then he was out. So it wasn't like he suffered through like super crazy pain, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So I got to say, I'm out.